What's up, y'all? It's your friendly neighborhood commentator, DreadSilver, and this is the Allen Iverson Create a Legend video. This is like the video, the actual original video of how I was like creating them back a couple days ago. I wasn't even able to go back and just show you all the stats and just show you like little screenshots of everything, because once I imported him into Create a Legend, it wouldn't let me I couldn't really look at every single thing I did back in Create a Player or Edit My Player. So this is just the original footage right here. I apologize it takes so long. That's why I put so many beats in it, to keep y'all a little bit entertained. Y'all can thank UTX, Jazzy J, X Chase Money, and Mellow 6100 for these beats, because these are like the chillest beats I have that fit perfectly with this video. But getting into it, you see like how I make them. I make them exactly, the vibes exactly how they're supposed to be. He's from Georgetown, born in 1975, I believe. Number 3, right-handed. And I make them 8 years pro. People kind of called me out in my last video for that. But the reason I did this is that I knew I was going to put them on the current Sixers. But I still wanted the prime Allen Iverson, the one that's like, that's the MVP Allen Iverson. You know, the best player in the league back when he was, I wanted those kind of skills, but I wanted him on the Sixers team. So I made him like the correct age if he would be, if he came back in the league right now. I think people are saying that he's not even playing on any team right now, he's just a free agent. So if a team actually wanted him, and I'm sure he wants to play because he seems like one of those players that are like really intense about basketball no matter how old he is. If a team really wanted him, I'm sure they could pick him up, you know. I think the reason that the teams don't pick him up is just because he costs money, you know. Like, he expects a lot, and the teams don't want to give him that. He expects money, most likely expects to be a starter. But it's kind of sad that I probably won't ever get to see him in the league again. Even if he was on the bench, I wouldn't even mind. But here, these are like kind of screenshots. I could edit this out a little bit of all the different specs for head shape and nose shape and ear shape. So I just run through those real quick. I actually did not come up with this myself. I was looking on YouTube for like the best Allen Iverson face I could find, and this guy like did it pretty well. I'll put his link in the description below, because I mean I gotta credit this guy. I'm not gonna act like I did this myself, because that'd be some BS. It's not true, because it does take some talent. Like, a lot of people say that like he doesn't look exactly like Allen Iverson, and I agree he doesn't. That's true, but when you're just creating with the resources you have at hand with your PlayStation controller or your Xbox 360 controller, you know, not on the computer, there's only so much you can do. So I give this guy some props. And for the record, I'm probably gonna be like kind of popping in and out this video, because a lot of this y'all can do on your own. I'm sure y'all gonna be skipping back and forth through this, you know, trying to see how to like make them correctly. So I mean, you probably won't even hear my commentary, so I'll just pop back in a little bit. And I had to pop in when we're doing these shoes, man. I remember a lot of people don't remember Allen Iverson shoes back in the day. The question. Like, I remember my older brother had like 2 or 3 pairs of these shoes. I don't have them on my, what is it? My Create a Legend video because I put on some shoes with some stats. And I apologize if y'all hear some noise in the background. Like, I'm on a college campus. There's some stuff going on right now. It's nighttime. So I apologize for that. But keeping it going, like, I take pride in doing this Create a Legend. I mean, this creating Allen Iverson type stuff. Like, because I feel like I think I have enough knowledge about Allen Iverson actually watching him play. Not as much in his early years in the NBA. Very early years, not like his first couple of years, but as he progressed, from like, I'd say from 2000, 2001 on, maybe 1999, 1998, I feel like I have some knowledge about it. So, and people were saying I could have got this from like 2K Share, but I don't like just taking other people's stuff unless it's like a whole roster, like a whole rookie roster. And I'll try to put this on 2K Share if I can. I'm not sure if I can, but if I can, I'll definitely do it and I'll let y'all know. I guess either on Twitter or I'll like say it in one of my next videos, my next Allen Iverson videos. But as you can see in these videos, like, if you need to skip to whenever you want to see like what I actually finished doing for like abilities or tendencies or something, skip to the end of it or skip near the end, because I kind of go back and change some stuff sometimes. Like I had hop step layup dunk at good, almost pass it, but I think I put it back at great because I went back and I'm like, Allen Iverson stayed doing hop steps, you know? It was hard for little guys to get into the lane. I think another time I said, I put on here that his runner was good, you know? Or his floater was good. And then I watched some videos, I remember that he stayed doing floaters and runners. He's a small guy. He's not going to get to the basket that easily. That's why Derrick Rose has to do floaters like that. So, right here when I got into the post moves, I put most of them on poor. I think one of them or 2 of them on average, so that makes sense. He wasn't in the post a whole lot of the time. And making these tendencies, man, like, you don't even understand how much I sped this up. I think I spent a full 45 minutes on these tendencies. I really like this beat right here, this Chase Money beat. I'm thinking about putting this in my intro, Bird of Paradise. But yeah, I put his stuff pretty up there for the tendencies. I know he used to drive a lot. That was his main way of, or how he got like half his points. He stayed getting to the line. He probably got to the line the most out of like most players in the NBA back in that season, that MVP season for him. That season where he actually went to the playoffs, faced the Lakers, I believe, in the finals, and then they ended up losing. That's probably one of my most vivid Allen Iverson moments. And I like go through these dribbles. You know he's gonna do size ups before he does a dribble. His main way of getting past players was like a hesitation crossover. Everybody knows that like iconic moment when he crosses over Michael Jordan back when he was like either in his rookie or sophomore year. He has that afro, the little afro going, and he just hesitates, crosses him over, hesitates again, got Michael Jordan stepping back, almost falling down, and takes that jumper right there. That's probably one of the most notable moments that a lot of people know. I didn't really have the chance of actually watching that when I was a kid. I was a little too young. But growing up, like even as like, I'd say like a 5-6-year-old kid, I had like in my house we had like this little backboard basketball hoop. It wasn't even that little. That was like nailed up on like this wall in this room that me and my little brother got to use for just playing basketball against one-on-one against each other. We use those little basketballs, you know, that you get like at a carnival or a fun fair or something like that. That's what we did. We did that. We got up in the morning, especially in the summer. Got up in the morning, go straight to playing basketball. We'd each pick a player. He'd be like, okay, I'm Kobe. I'm Allen Iverson. And we'd stay there playing against each other for hours and hours on end until we got big enough to where I'd say like when we got when he was like 5 or 6 or whatever, and I was like 7 or 8, then we just started playing on the big goal 10-foot rims. Actually probably younger than that, because I think I was like 3 or 4 when I was playing on that little backboard, which was probably like 6, 8 feet up in the air on the wall. But here I give him a tendency to draw fouls. I'm reminiscing too much, man. You see, like, I have like passion created this player. I think like 30 minutes have like already passed, to be honest, and I'm doing this all in like a couple minutes. So I put his draw fouls really high. I didn't realize there was a tendency for that until I started creating this player, which is reason why some players randomly just draw crazy amount of fouls. No matter what you do, you can't do anything to stop it. They drive in the lane and you play perfect defense, but they get the foul, which is pretty frustrating. But you know, now you know why. I think everybody should create at least one player, just so they'll learn so much about NBA 2K12 if they want to be like a better player, especially if you're playing the computer. And here's the release and jump shot base. Release 23, jump shot 24. I think it's not exactly his shot. That's the fadeaway right there that's showing. But if you go to 23 and 24, which is in my videos, my first Allen Iverson video, it's not his exact shot, mind you, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The closest I've seen out of anybody is an Allen Iverson. And I give him the Kevin Durant free throw. You know, I didn't feel like going through all these free throws, and Kevin Durant has a pretty generic free throw, except he throws that shimmy in there, you know what I mean? That shimmy is pretty nice, where he shakes his shoulder. I'm probably going to show that off in a couple videos. And, well, the floaters, like, when it comes to floaters and fades and spin shots or whatever, the running fade, I didn't take that much time on picking that. I just kind of picked whatever looked nice. When it comes to the pull-up, it comes to the dribbles, you can believe I spent like at least an hour on this, man. The dribbles were the most important thing to me. I wanted to make sure he had like the fastest dribbles out of any player in the league, and the nicest dribbles, the most flashy and the fanciest. Like this ISO size up inside out, I went through this like 20 times. It was crazy. Like I would like pick 5 dribbles that I like the most, narrow it down, go pick 4 that I like the most, narrow it down to 3, narrow it down to 2, and I would finally decide on one. So all the ones above that I'm choosing right now are these are all set in stone. All the dribbles are set in stone there. I give him the Tony Parker layup package since he's a small guy, and Tony Parker has some flashy layups going at the rim. Like everybody else, they're kind of like hard and rough. Like Tony Parker is like, they're graceful, for lack of a better term. But there's not that many dunk packages I can get him. I only gave him a 60 rated dunk. Maybe if y'all say I should be able to make my dunk better with Allen Iverson, I'll do it. But I gave him the Monte Ellis dunk package. But that's about it, y'all. This is your friendly neighborhood commentator, DreadSilver, and I'm out, y'all. Peace. And oh yeah, I'll have how to get him into Create a Legend very soon. In the meantime, check VA Baseball X13's video. I didn't get it from him, but I saw he had one up with Austin Rivers.